10-year-old survives Vietnam tourist boat disaster. Halong Bay sinking explained. Imagine the terror of being trapped underwater as a tourist boat capsizes in a sudden storm. This is exactly what happened to a 10-year-old boy in Vietnam's famed Halong Bay. The boy's incredible survival story has emerged from the tragic sinking of a tourist boat that claimed the lives of dozens of people. The vessel, caught in a sudden storm, overturned, leaving the young boy to find refuge in an underwater air pocket. He remained there, waiting for help, until rescue teams arrived. The boy was eventually found relatively unharmed, though he was suffering from mental distress. He was warmed up and transferred to a nearby hospital, as reported by local outlet VietnamNet. Everything happened so fast, the boy recounted. I tried to get out, and then the soldiers rescued me. But here's where it gets controversial. The search and rescue efforts for missing passengers and crew have been hampered by bad weather, raising questions about the preparedness and safety measures in place for such emergencies. The sightseeing ship, the Wonder Sea, capsized in a squall on Saturday, and the situation remains dire. At least 37 people are confirmed dead from the sinking, according to state media, which revised down an earlier toll but warned that the number could still rise. Vietnam News reported that there were 53 passengers and crew on board, with 10 people rescued. Another survivor, a 36-year-old Vietnamese man, described a harrowing escape. He dumped his life jacket and swam through an underwater window to escape the overturned boat. Fire extinguisher salesman Anh Tuan detailed the moment the vessel suddenly capsized during bad weather, leaving little time for those on board to react. It rained for about 15 minutes, and then the boat started to shake vigorously. Tables and chairs were jostled around, and seconds later the boat overturned. Tuan told the Associated Press. He said that the boat quickly filled with water, and he lost all orientation. I tried to breathe, but more water came in. I took a deep breath, got rid of my life vest and dove down. I saw a streak of light and followed it to swim out, escaping the boat, and then I climbed on the overturned boat to look for help, he recounted. Tuan, along with several others who had been on board, clung onto the overturned boat and waited for another 2 hours in pouring rain until emergency crews arrived. He'd been holidaying in Vietnam's popular tourist bay with 11 university friends. Only 3 of their group survived. VN Express reported that the Wonder Sea was caught in a storm around 1:30 p.m. local time, 2:30 a.m. Eastern Time, which caused it to capsize. Most of the passengers were from the Vietnamese capital Hanoi and traveling as families, according to VN Express, which reported the eldest passenger as 53 years old and the youngest as just 3. Over 20 children were on board, VN Express said. The capsize reportedly happened near the Dao Go Cave, one of the largest in the bay. Halong Bay is a popular tourist hotspot and a UNESCO World Heritage Site comprising about 1,600 limestone islands and islets. And this is the part most people miss. The tragedy highlights the importance of safety protocols and emergency preparedness in tourist areas. It raises questions about whether enough is being done to ensure the safety of visitors in such scenic but potentially hazardous locations. What do you think? Should there be stricter regulations and more frequent safety drills for tourist boats? Or do you believe the current measures are sufficient? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Tragic thunderstorm capsizes tourist boat in Halong Bay. In a tragic turn of events, Vietnam is currently engaged in a desperate search for 4 individuals who remain unaccounted for following a devastating thunderstorm that overturned a tourist boat in the renowned Halong Bay. This incident has raised significant concerns and highlighted the dangers that can arise in seemingly calm conditions. Summary of the incident. The government has updated the death toll, now reporting 35 fatalities, down from an initial count of 38. 4 individuals are still missing after the boating disaster in Halong Bay. The storm also wreaked havoc in Hanoi, leading to temporary disruptions in air travel. On July 20, 2025, in Halong Bay and Hanoi, Vietnam, a large-scale rescue operation was underway as authorities worked tirelessly to locate 4 missing persons. This effort came after the bodies of numerous victims were recovered from the waters, following a sudden and severe thunderstorm that capsized a boat in one of Vietnam's most popular tourist destinations. Despite the sea appearing calm, rescue teams, which included police, border guards, divers, and Navy personnel, faced challenges due to poor visibility. This situation was exacerbated by the impending arrival of Typhoon Wifa, which was forecasted to make landfall in northern Vietnam and was already affecting areas as far as Hong Kong. The government confirmed that the sunken vessel had been located and retrieved, leading to a revision of the number of people on board from 53 to 49. However, officials remain concerned that the death toll could increase as the search continues. All the tourists on the boat were Vietnamese, with several being children, as reported by the Vietnam news agency. Tran Trung Tu, a 39-year-old man who lost his 32-year-old brother in the incident, shared his grief, stating, "My brother can swim, but I was told everything happened too fast." The broader impact. This tragic accident is one of the most severe in recent memory within the UNESCO-protected archipelago, which is famous for its thousands of limestone islands and attracts millions of visitors annually. The sudden storm transformed the sky from clear to dark in mere moments, causing significant damage in Hanoi, where officials reported that 9 flights were diverted and 3 departures were temporarily suspended due to the weather. Insurance agent Du Thi Thuy expressed her shock, saying, "It is the first time I have experienced an accident with so many casualties here." Historically, Halong Bay has seen its share of maritime accidents, including a notable incident in 2011 when a tour boat sank, resulting in 12 deaths, some of whom were foreign tourists. The government attributed the recent disaster to a sudden storm, with reports of strong winds, heavy rainfall, and lightning occurring around 2 p.m. on Saturday. Local resident Du Van Hai remarked, "I was told life vests were available, but it was too sudden. Hopefully, the missing ones will be found soon." This incident raises critical questions about safety measures in tourist areas and the preparedness for sudden weather changes. What do you think could be done to prevent such tragedies in the future? Share your thoughts in the comments below.